In the West now, UDUOTA. UDUOTA means heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter, then we call DA this evening, make all of us discuss some issues that get to do with our country, our state, and the whole world. Different things that happen every day. Yes, over the weekend, APC will be the ruling party. They'll finally do their national convention, and they don't get a national chairman and so many officers in different capacities. And of course, different governorship, presidential aspirants who don't come also, they declare their interest from Oga Wike to different people, Oga Atiku, different people just come, Peter Obi, many of them don't come to see, yes, they want to be president of this country. Not only that one, for those states, yes, where they reach now, yes, now, the governor, rather the SCX, the governor don't bring people who come when we say they go head the SCX, and the SCX, that be the body when we say they conduct local government election. And not just that, now the STX don't give the date when we say they conduct election. They don't do so many things. They don't tell us, okay, see when campaign go reach. So different political development they happen. Now this was some of these things don't happen this period. But today, we'll come up from inside politics more, enter something. When we see all of us. My name is Mark Bololo. Welcome on board this evening. And I deal with Frank Amego for his house. Frank, good evening.
Proof of studio, good evening. Proof of house, good evening.
Again, I deal with another of our brother, enough famous one. Enough, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. My yes, people for house, good evening.
The big one say, well, not be ordinary one, no. You don't become, you don't graduate now, and in a full chief. That he
chop chief.
He chop chief. So that he title, he get with this in the color. Indefinite banner, have indefinite banner, and that is the color of UDUOTA. So. I correct a bit?
Yes.
Okay, so now be the thief when we say in join. In the body say, na young man to whom say the law. And two, we want to talk about university student, in a master student for university. So this team we say we want to talk about today too. You see they are affected directly. Frank Amego. Now, 2 weeks ago, me, you, and we would talk about this ASUU strike.
Yes.
We would take and go to the other side. Our children in the house. This evening, I watch for news when we see they say nurse can go do one thing like saying na university of one thing for Abuja. Our children in the house, government did there, different bodies did there. University done the good 2 months, nothing's happening. Government university, even state university to all of them still join. The impact of this thing on our children. Frank, we'll first start from you.
Okay.
What if you say this kind soup when we say government and also the cook so it go born in the lives of our children when we say they just the house?
Okay. That question wide well, but I'll try to summarize them.
Summarize them.
Because nobody will talk something and cause them.
Now, no, but what's happening? You stop now.
Not be ASUU way go on strike and cause a wahala.
Okay.
Now, parable I give. And not be only ASUU, be the union where they university. Then be four for inside. ASUU, NASU, SANU, and NAT. All these four now, they don't go on strike. The four of them. Now, just say ASUU, but I say the day on top. Then they quick see the team. They contest government agreement. Then other unions now, SANU, NASU and NAT, they don't join because the federal government still get agreement with them. Wait, federal government no honor. Now just ask you that they carry go front, say na it cost wahala. So the students were in the house. Some of these students may be lecturers, children. They be lecturers, brothers and sisters. So now most of the federal government people or guys, they don't get children for these universities where you go on strike. So state and federal. Apart from DESU not really ASUU like that. Then the children where they house, they don't understand, say, not be ASUU cause the wahala. You and a person agree. Just like for the past less than 2 years now, ASUU don't go on strike. From 1993, 1999, we'll get democracy 1999 till now, ASUU don't go on strike for 16 times. And for these 16 times, you check the number of times, months where they go on strike, it don't reach person will start from year 1 to year 4. We want to do 4-year program, we will graduate. Who cause am? Federal government. That the money where they owe universities or ASUU now 1.something trillion naira. Someone say, the money too big. How the money to reach there? First, if federal government they owe IMF, federal government they owe World Bank, they know they pay.
Yeah, they pay.
They pay. So you the old person. Not be say that they ASUU may increase salary. ASUU salary never changed since 2009. Never changed with 1 naira. So now the money they owe us, pay us. And the money they owe us, we don't add interest to them. So they pay the money small. We want advice. They pay the money small. Federal government not agree. A guy one time we go on strike some years ago. Federal government say, okay, ASUU gonna go house. The money they ask for too much. We're not going to look for how government take generate the money. Now ASUU can't go house, can't look the thing where can't recommend to federal government. Now can't give birth to tech fund. And the person where they owe you, he gonna tell you say go find out take pay. We agree. Since now there be oga. So children they house now, education not come balance. Not say they graduate now, work they wait for them. No work they wait for them. Embargo do employment. So a lot of them now, when suppose they school, go to learn work. Who not learn work, go look for what they do, whether it's good or bad. A lot of them they go to press computer. Not be asked to cause them. Because some of these children, they be lecturers' children. Some of these students. But because they sit in university. So these children, they're going to say their parents not even meet up with so many things because federal government they owe them. Now this year now, for the first time, where Nigerian students come and agree, say, federal government now too much. They can't demonstrate against federal government. Because a lot of the students, where actually they go on strike since, they don't graduate. This is about 23 years now. From 1999 to now, they don't graduate. Some of them don't become lecturers. So now they work for different places. They can't really know, say, so now they say that is what I've been since. That's why I say federal government can't join your own. People can't negotiate money where they owe me. That's not to get us a bill now. So the children where they house, I don't know where they'll continue from. I get one experience last week, Tuesday. I call Waka go inside university. I can't see one of my students where they 400 level. Good afternoon, sir. We can't greet. I can't ask the boy, say, you know me? He say, you know me. I can't say, which course are they teach? He said, don't forget. Which course will they teach you now? He said, don't forget. I said, no worry. When we resume school now, we'll know him again. Everybody don't forget. Last time we go on strike, you enter class, when you won't stop, you will forget. So education will never get facilities. Amenities not there. So to come create gap, join now our children will suffer. Do you know, say, every year, our students, when they go school, Nigeria, they use 1.5 trillion naira. Now they lose to foreign education. It just said that all those money they back to Nigeria. 1.5 trillion naira. Now our children, our brothers and sisters, they carry from Nigeria and go school abroad. So if they say ASUU money 1 point something too much, every year we lose 1.5 trillion naira. So government not ready. And the way school they be now, I not to blame government when they open more universities. I not to blame them. Because last year, JAM enrolled people 1.4 million. They enrolled for JAM. This year now 1.8. It don't increase with about 400,000. So with that,
Frank,
where all these children go?
You say you not to blame government.
Yes.
Where they open more universities.
Because of the students.
What of the existing ones? When you say more university, now more private university, I be more.
No government.
You will talk about.
Private don't they go strike. They will state they get children they won't go strike or not. Because all federal government universities. So now to create room for more students in enter school. But this way they create more universities, you abandon the old ones. That's why some persons they feel say no need to increase or establish more universities. But me not to agree like that because more children they come up, they grow, population they increase. Suppose create room for them. As they create room for them, if now the same parents born three of you, we can imagine say below now the senior, they give you 1 plate of food. They can't born me. The same plate of food, 2 of us will share. They can't born chief. That same plate of food, that 3 of us will share. The next year our neighbor will long. So as they create more schools, they provide for them. We not say we not create schools because the population they increase. Provide things where people to learn. As I talk all the time, the way I say go school that time, just not at this time, for don't pass primary school.
So
but the colleges where we say go school.
Maybe you come down small. What if some decision you just observe say this strike? I want me to go direct. This strike will lead our children to for house in the house.
As in the house, a lot of them we quit think where they go to learn work.
Okay.
Some they go to look for work.
Better one.
Yeah, some that's what they quick think. Some go look for work. Like not say they learn work, they go look for work. How to carry block, how to carry this one to make sure say they not to waste time. The third category, not to press computer. And federal government they fight cyber crime.
Frankie.
Now federal government they push them on the cyber crime.
They do Yahoo. Which one is
they do Yahoo. Now federal government now create that avenue for them to think like that. When they grow up, computer are there, but nobody think like that. One thing about human being, you want survive. They say any which way. They say things there. You go school, you get better hostel, you get better class, everything. You don't think bad thing. Who like the sweet, they think bad thing. So these students are in their house, they don't know when school will resume. If you call them now, and they see status of some of my students, they tell say that they copy notes now. Those who they not copy before, for 2 exercise book, they go back about 2 exercise book, they copy the notes so that they are abreast with what they do. That's why they go school. Let me say they go school. Because the school where I go now, just go straight. So that, you know, create gap in between. But all these gaps with many so, when they come back, they don't know book. They don't know book. And Nigeria will suffer them.
What you see this strike go lead students to?
Okay.
Or where this strike they lead our children to? Which you they see for streets? Which you they see for town?
Well, the matter they very obvious. Just as my brother Frank Tokam. The truth be say, it will even provide more negativity and a lot of wrong thinking, because the Bible says an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Just as in talk just now, say the ones when they think well, you know, go say, okay, man, look for job, do. Maybe
when you say job, where the job there?
Wait now. When I say job, I don't say maybe he won't go to work for salary. Some go won't use the opportunity to acquire one skill, while some go won't use the opportunity also. Like back in the days, I know of some persons when I follow go school, when they get holiday, they go back to the village to farm with their families so that they go get enough of resources to come back. Why some others also go come involve in things they know feel involved into. Like what you talked just now, say the press computer, you say Yahoo. Yeah, to me, Yahoo, now Yahoo Plus will get these days.
Wow.
So many of them come involved into Yahoo Plus. And that Yahoo Plus, you know, say it contain a lot. And there rituals there. And there different kind of devilish things there, just to acquire money. It not also stop there. And I don't mind when we say we don't put our children for house now. From there, they'll come, they make some friends when we say they're not supposed to make. Because they are bored. They're already bored. Once they're bored, they will go meet some kind of set of people when you go introduce different things to them, when it go affect them negatively. Not only that one. Okay, now, some will say, okay, it's an opportunity for them to travel. Some might lose their life as a result of traveling. Some at the end of the day go jam with it they're not supposed to jam for where they travel go. You know, so many things, this strike, it bring out so many, not only, me, I don't even see positive aspect of it. Because if you say 100%, now 20% go even think well, the youth of these days. Now 20% will say, okay, may I go learn maybe how to build an app, or may I learn how to build a website, or may I go learn maybe fashion, or may I learn 1 or 2 things. When I check some students, some of them just they has they do selfie. Some one club to another, some one lunch to another, from one swing from the. Now, it's even an opportunity. Some will come, they want to take money where they put for house when you know before them to achieve a aim. So to me, I believe that the federal government needs to do something early about this matter. I met one lecturer today for one event. I don't say, what they happen? Like Chris Ngige be the matter. He said, my brother Chris Ngige, the answer to somebody. He said, this matter has lingered on. He said, for 13 years, their salary has not been changed. Now I said, me don't already program my life. I don't say, okay, I'll do so programs, so time. From this time, I go enter PhD. You know, from this, I will do this. But the Nigerian educational system, it ensures, say, you know, at this age now, you're not expecting me somebody can sponsor my education. You know, money when me keep for certain things now, it consigning my own education now, I go put hand maybe to invest or to do one other thing. And I'd already programs, okay, I'll do my master's finish so times. Maybe I'll come do my PhD. Maybe I'll come do one law, this thing. But everything is dissolved. Our children now, when supposed graduate within the year of 4 years, many of them 6 years, many of them 7 years. Why? Because of this strike. So it's having a very wrong and bad impact on our students. Let me tell you what will happen. Even if they call this off, they call this strike off now, do you know that many of them will be reading to pass, not to learn? So at the end of the day, we are producing half-baked graduates. Now the lecturers know, it's our bad system, it's our government. It needs to be, things needs to change. More will not, you see.
There is a, okay, finish.
Okay, you see, most of the time we concentrate on insecurity, we concentrate on health, we concentrate on, do you know that if really we invest in the mind of our children, those things will break, not be people they do all those things. Because why? The wrong foundation, what they already get, they grow up with them. Imagine now, I leave home very early. I have undergraduate at home. My wife leaves home I have undergraduate at home. They are not engaged in anything. Anything they see for telling, they go watch. Anything they see for their phone, because they are not engaged. See, there is no middle zone in life. It's either you are hot or cold. So by the time they don't get anything to engage on, which is supposed to be education to refine and renew their mind, they will be involved in dirty deeds. These dirty deeds, now there you'll see children, when they do this Yahoo Plus, when they cause the insecurity, when they cause the problem of our home. Education, it not get how it be. When you see an educated mind, the way he talks and thinks is always different from an illiterate, no matter the money he has. So until we begin to talk, in fact, the grassroots, the problem, our problems first. Now the renewing of a man's mind, educationally. Our educational system is so backward. Even with that, go to our university. How many facilities we get?
No, we're not going to that one.
Journal.
Yes, you know why they're talking? Because, number one, again, one area when I want to bring around. One of our son, I think a member of House of Rep, now all of us the following that will know Sergius Oguns. He bridged one bill for House of Rep. Say, if you want to be government official, your children must go to school for this country. First I want to see you bring that bill. All the colleagues, they fight him. He come back say the bill, he won't bring her back again. Don't you think that line of Sergius Ogun, when we say the two, everybody Nigerian is supposed to two, because come like say, like now, let's look at Senate president is the number 3rd person for this country. Speaker of House of Rep, number 4. Chief Justice, all of these people, ministers, governors, how do you call them? Deputy governors, different top rich people. It chose my brother, Frank. These people who are the mentions that children today Nigeria University, they go quiet like this.
For where? Well, Oga Sergius Oguns bring up that thing. I did watch him for news one day. I did listen to him. You know, the camera was still pushing. Camera go to other people. So people they touch their face. Like say they drink conca mixture. You know conca mixture? You know conca mixture?
I don't know.
No, they drink that time. The person not well. You drink and you put gari. You drink them. When you drink them, you go bitter for days for your mouth. So what I talk say, as Sergius Oguns they talk say, if all of us, we the government position so, our children they public schools, and have the right direction, we're supposed to follow. They tight their faces. They don't agree.
Even one of the opposers now say that the improvement of a fundamental human right.
The one where you talk, it don't good. It don't feel keep packing, but I call burst, not agree. Then the rest will not talk, they verse. Even like say, use a bottle to knock their head one by one. If my Peking day school, I go ensure say the right thing, now my Peking go get. If all of their children they house now, for 1 week, they don't agree. That's why they blame some of us for university system. One you they go on strike, over to a concern everybody. The other you don't want join. They fear say they don't pay their salaries. For us, our skill don't tick past this wood. 6 months not pay, don't worry. We will survive, they go. Because some other unions do not agree for 1 month, they not pay their salary. And they struggle within the system. Nothing will work. So if all of us, whether private, government, or any function, you're picking their public schools, you go ensure safety work well. Waiting has to they fight. Well, a lot of people don't know. Government over the years, they can't affect primary school. So the essence say, if you're picking to go one public primary school, you go shame. Well, you know, you're shame to tell neighbor say, see the public primary school everywhere picking they go. They don't destroy that one. Everything are private. From there, they go enter secondary school. If you tell say they go one local secondary school now, you're shame say, now their children they go. The next thing now to destroy federal universities, government-owned universities. They don't have to go stand and say, no. Federal universities still get relevance. As children in this house now, all private schools, they school now. 12 na right jam together. You don't do 600 level, your PK still do 200 level. No time to strike. So now all these things put together, if they still allow Sajoso to represent that matter again, it will help us. So the SAB know their constitution. Which American president or House of Commons go bring the children come Nigeria come go school? Benin Republic, Ghana, where they come here, come they do many jobs then. They teach physics, even India. That's why they come they teach for secondary schools. But now, under Benin Republic, they will ensure say Nigerian money, they go their country. Under Benin Republic here, that's not too their good. Not too their good.
You know, my brother, you know, there are so many things when I see, I begin to say, how are the minds of men working? You know why they tell you? You made something very remarkable just now. You know, I get to the level of thinking, it comes like I feel so much pain of my people. How many other presidents, how many times American presidents don't leave America, they come Africa for medical checkup? How many times the Prime Minister for UK, or even Queen himself, don't leave UK for 1 week, 2 weeks, saying they go for medical checkup?
Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll talk to another lecturer from Lagos.
Hello.
Hello, Prof. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
People would like to know your name.
My name is Sylvester Tiwakaine.
Okay, where you did now?
You say?
Where you did now?
I did for Lagos.
And you, which work you they do?
I'm the university teacher.
Okay, this evening, first of all, the strike where they go on so, this ASUU strike. As a lecturer, a professor who don't read book, what you feel say that be some of the likely impact of this strike on some children, on our children?
I think the key when I need to talk to say, not be all students even understand why we did for strike.
Okay.
In my time when we did student movement, the National Association of Nigerian Students that time,
Yes.
we knew why lecturers they fight. And we students, they join lecturers for their fight. But now, the time when we came now, it can't be like say, the children when we get now, where they call them Coca-Cola generation. They're not even know, say, the fight where lecturers they fight, now for their own interest. Only few of them know say, they fight, now for their interest. So many, they see say, as lecturers they strike, say that they waste their time for the university. Instead of saying that we spend 4 years, they go end up spending 5 years, 6 years. But they don't know the long time effect or the future benefit when the thing will bring into our educational system. Because now education is the bedrock for every country. So now the while I went there, is that company like this, even lecturers now, government is blackmail us say we dey keep our children for house. When the government refuse to do something, when the lecturers say it go better for the country, it go better for the education, it go better for the quality of education when we dey give our children.
Prof, before you continue, that recently we discussed about one of our brother, Honorable Sergio Sogus, where they bring one bill for House of Reps say make all political, in fact all politicians, children, they go school for Nigeria here. You not just say that we need to support and make that bill come to pass. The way would they go so?
We need to. I think say the man they outrageous. Say this thing when government they do. When they don't call education anything, they carry their children go to Igbo with Nigeria money. Not say they really work hard for that money.
Yes.
That's the issue. If their children they inside public school, when we get for Nigeria here, anything will concern them, everybody go take concern. That is the point where that man make. And I think say, you know, that good proposal and I make so. But when you get good people when they run government, you don't even need from anybody to make that proposal. Before government will know say they need to be serious with education matter. Because any country where not take education serious, you know they go anywhere for this 21st century one with this so.
Okay, so generally now, in where you dey for Lagos, the children and everything, when you assess, you know if you say now back with the go so with the way our children dey house.
Now backwardness now, and you know say these days now if you look at youth, which is the preoccupy their mind now, many of them they do Yahoo. Then some they do Yahoo Plus, you know. Some they go into early marriage. Some they carry belle for house. Some they go and they get involved for theft matter. So those are the things when they happen. And all those things when they happen soon are negative effects. Now this thing we don't want make it happen for our society. When becoming say has to be called on government, people take education serious. Take education serious. You be like say with the talker for the ear of person when not the hear word.
Okay, yes, Prof, we'll reach you again. Make we just talk to people in this studio. You dey hear Prof when they talk just now. I asked you that question just now. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? It's very clear now. The government should do the right thing. The government should do, like, one thing when Prof talked just now, when it entered my mind. Say, apart from say they some do wrong jobs, some do you know as a result of this, some persons become early mothers?
Some students.
Yes, now, they become early mothers. So where do we go from here? It is very easy. The government should do the right thing. This thing says, like when they talk to the lecturer today, they don't even talk about increment now. They even talk about the money when they pass, when they owe them, they pay. So now there is even a suggestion. If you don't get this money in bulk, now let me say something very quickly. Are you aware, even as a politician that I am, immediately as a new president takes over, it becomes a new thing. It becomes, because a new president, a new minister, everything renew. The lecturers will start all over again to negotiate for what belongs to them. So as they even start early now, I like them. As a DS, I'm affected. But this sacrifice now, go make sure, say, even those after us, when won't come after us, many of them will enjoy the benefits.
Prof. Okay, I say with your experience as a university lecturer till now, you shall say this issue of this government and ASUU, it will ever end?
Nothing when get beginning, when not get end. The only problem when we get is we not get government when understand what it be development, when understand what it be nation build. That be the wahala when we do. Not be say ASUU force anything. Government who have people sign agreement. Say what you wanna talk now to now like this will be follow as one. And after that meeting, government will look back. They're not the follow wetin dem sign for paper agree with we lecturers when we say make university better. You know, up to recently, ASUU never ask for salary increment.
Yes.
ASUU always be ask, give us more classroom, build laboratory, give students a conducive environment where they could learn. Now the other thing when we talk. And when we even talk, and we go provide solution for government how they could take get the money. This is how you see a debt fund when we are hear about. Not the government idea. Now have to give them the same idea when they bring money, education tax fund, when they bring money now when they build infrastructure for university all over the country. Now university lecturers give them the idea. There's nothing when ASUU ask for when ASUU not they provide the solution. But when it comes to surprise us to say government don't know whether education is matter for this country. Because the money when they come into this country, then they share on top there. They sell it on will carry about 30 million borrow. Professor now they carry up to 500,000 naira for 1 month.
Okay, we salute the Tower General Prof this evening. The program with the Watch Now UDUOTA and with the regional from Independent Television. Very shortly, our telephone lines they open 052-290-573. You don't hear what Prof they talk all the way from Lagos just now. Some of these things we say they happen so as our children in the house, early marriage, early born picking, Yahoo Plus, the one go do armed robbery, the one go join court, the things when we say our children not supposed to do for the country poor because why all of these things that their mind not they engaged and they just the house. You understand? So what we will come to and government, what they say government, what they can do? They know what they think, decide what they think, because their children, they know these schools for this country. We'll take one small break, when they come back, the line they open, just call us, let us know your own contribution to this one. Before that, we'll go watch a short break when they come back.
UDUOTA, the heart of the matter. Now the Ogbonge program with Independent Television, they bring come your television set to informate you concern different issues where concern government, education, health, agriculture, road, plus even family wahala kpakpa, all join for this program. The good thing be say you self go get opportunity to put mouth for the matter through your telephone. UDUOTA, the heart of the matter, go dey show for Independent Television satellite every Monday and Friday for 9 p.m. gown. Wetin people don't want make you know, now there be UDUOTA, the heart of the matter.
The program the Watch Now UDUOTA with the regional from Independent Television. First I just say telephone line they open. If you call us, make your contributions concerning this program. The impact of this strike on our children. Our children just the house endlessly. We don't know when we see they will go back to school. I feel remember one strike when we see ASUU go one time, almost 6 months or something. I think I remember when I batch at time. Can't remember place, but I know there was one long strike like that over 6 months. It's like almost all the universities, let's say they can't close them. You know, again now we don't see come again. Is it that government people go talk this repeatedly? People come believe this now because all these government officials are children, not really the schools, federal schools, government schools. They make this some of these strikes they did like this endlessly because you see say for Senate, for House of Rep, it be like say not is even do be as if say anything would happen for the educational sector. May welcome my brother Oakena Benson. My brother, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We the Europe of the callers from Lagos now they tell us that some of this strike now they lead some of our brothers, our children to some of these bad vices. Some go do Yahoo, some go do Yahoo Plus, some go to some the team some get some supposed to do they do, even incest. Some come they want to do incest, some they get early murder, some even got early marriage and everything, and some they get into robbery, learning how to smoke, learning how to drink, different evil just come there.
That is a fact. The strike is really not a good one for the young people, if you want to be honest. Because time is very essential in everything you do. And for every delay that they experience in their education, they take them backwards. For me, the painful thing is you go come and make some of these people lie. Because tomorrow when they finish school, after they don't spend so much years for school, they look for jobs. You want people who are very young, At the same time, they will get experience. And now they still dey school, you delay them. I remember we get COVID and SARS not too long ago. That one already impacts on their school calendar and all of that. So it's a bad one. And when you talk about some people, when they day house, they don't get, now school really, they absorb some people. So when they day house in environment where they're exposed to bad social vices, you go find some of these children they get themselves involved. And the painful thing is who this strike really they affect. Now the man will be say they find it difficult to put food for table. Some other people, if the strike happen like this, maybe they get business, their children will go back to the business, or they get connection. They will send their pikin go somewhere. Some will even just change the pikin from school where get funds, put them for. But the common man where they struggle, where government they pay their minimum wages, where they not get enough, they're not going to take those kind of decisions. So and they hope on these children, say when they finish school, these children will come change things for them. But now the children will be the future, will they play with them? So it's really a negative one on our development as a whole, not just for the children, as a whole, for all of us. It's a negative one.
Okay, so do you think, where will we go from here, ASUU?
And for me, I think the important thing to do, waiting the cause the strike. If you want to be honest, our lecturers are not well taken care of. Generally, their welfare is poor, they are not well paid compared to our politicians where they sit down for Senate and House of Assembly with their entitlement. You can't compare them with the lecturers. And these lecturers, we need to give them attention because the doctors, the engineers, what would they hope say they will make the economy better tomorrow? That they go through these lecturers, you know, at their final bus stop. Now the lecturers then go groom them, prepare them for the direct society where they want to face. So now if you not treat them well, how you think say they will be comfortable and happy? Then too they face the hardship where they go on for society. I mean, and you know, say recently things just they go high in terms of price, where everything, fuel, everything they did.
Right.
So if you not take care of the lecturer, you want make it going to make sacrifice in family they there. If you make sacrifice and in family go can't die because you want to make sacrifice for which people? For the government officials where their children not in school here. So the lecturer, you need to treat them well. And when you treat them well, if there is dignity in the profession, trust me, our people know where they wrong go abroad. Because we get so many good hands for Nigeria now. Situations like this, it impacts on the negative. They go leave the country, go out elsewhere. Our people there abroad, they lecture for different institutions. Same thing, they affect even the doctors. So at what point, we need to look how we make these people day happy. And I believe if they're day happy, you go see the outputs, it will show everything, it will favor all of us for society. Because then go work with a very free mind. And they go there, you know, they will give in their best. But now, when they work, the salary is nothing, the welfare is zero. And you go tell them, say, make them not exploit the children and some other things. Now, only somebody will get problem, now will just feel insane for such, and they same for such a situation. So we need to look how we will make these lecturers. That is the only way make them happy.
Frank, at times, some people they tell me say they say that they forced to believe say our leaders whether they not hear this is what they happen. The president, vice president, the senate president, they hear all these things.
They hear, they not care. They not care because no matter how it be, no affect them. Our president some time ago can't go abroad. Can't say when just reach Nigeria, the budget, so percentage for budget go education. Wait, clap. They can't pass budget now. That it can forego ground. So government not ready to take care of education. ASUU they move on. They go 20-something small. For what? They're about 26%. But we know our not reach 10%. So I want to make sure say things go well. As my brother talked just now, I said maybe I just get, you remind me when I'm close, I'll give you one carton of moi. If person they teach your children, just like you're picking in primary school, when you reach the school, you already teach your primary school, you already insult the teachers. And now the teachers they teach your children. So, but if you can't reverse them, if they encourage them, as we do for our children, I still get 2 children for secondary school, the rest don't climb. If PTA, they come meet, we they build structures for the school will not be our own. They say our Parents Teachers Association will build many things so that we say encourage the students and the staff. But now we don't get anything. Our students they house now, more expenses for the parents. It's supposed to come up for house, but now the children stay the house. From morning till night, light they the consumer, food you don't finish, money you don't come. So I don't know if they ever call the verse. You reach one stage now. I watch out for ITV news this evening. They said that street university. Now they label them for Abuja.
That be the part of the
street university. They label them street university.
No, so kind thoughts go come.
Yes. So kind now until federal government attend to ASUU, this university under the tree go continue. They will get course code. They put one course code. They teach themselves. So the next say Nigeria na joke. When somebody say education has scam, now federal government not make us think like that. Because
hello, bless the president. Hello, good evening. Hello. Good evening, no.
Okay, good evening, sir.
What is your name? Where you call us from?
My name is Romeo.
Okay.
Yeah. See, for what I talk just now, you say the school now, where Mr. Frank the talk. Now, you know what they call them now? They say school now scam. School now scam. For how many years now, when strike, when start, in date, how many years that will be? Up to date now. Person who is supposed to leave school, is leaving school. I say, I did pass one place this evening. The road. That was I'm not going to call the name. Small boy, they come out for hotel. Small boy, they come out for hotel and small girl. I said to the cousin, I was all looking at them, I said, to my mind, I said, where are we going to? Our generation go to waiting they happen, man, it's good. But if the government, they not put more action, they not put things in place, they not do the right thing. Of the next generation, I'm not sure that the school will even be any important for them again. Because right now, history not this school anymore. Waiting they want to waiting will they tell, what are we telling them? What are they at for what has happened? For where we stand now. They don't care. They hear. The government, they hear.
Okay.
Not the minister of what's it called? Of education, where some body of the students go invite them. You make them there now.
So what you say they hear? So Frank, you talk about
yes, they hear.
University of Street University.
Street University, they show up for television today for Abuja.
Yes. Today for our news.
As they do it for Abuja, maybe tomorrow or next, other states will start their street universities. Because government supposed shame by now. Now you the old person money, they see they do gra. Even got one time, has to go on strike around 2020. They say they want to ask to go court, industrial court. And that are better comedy. Now you the owe me, what can me go court? Say waiting. You don't sign agreement for counter evidence. You say you go pay me for this thing. Up till now, you don't pay me. The value of that money, you don't go down where. You don't care about the thing. You do all other organizations, IMF, World Bank. You fit talk to them like that. Like we say, lecturers, who be lecturer self? If na 10 person wey dey a class, who no book pass, na be lecturer. Because for where I dey work, for you to become lecturer, you get 2-1 second class upper degree when you first get, or first class. 2-2 not a lecture for university for like Benin now. 2-1 and first class, that be lecturer. Who a no book, one can sacrifice their knowledge for everybody. Not going to treat anyhow. You want to invent anything? Now lecturers they invent things now. If you go engineering, you go medicine, go agric. Now lecturers they invent things. Up to now they buy books they read. Every lecturer by extension are students. No book for library. You see book, it's not too old, not to use it now. If you go lab, nothing there. I'll tell you one thing. If students do projects, you can't call their parents 100,000, 200,000 to do small projects because things are there. Project money is supposed to inside school fees. When I tell go school, I not use 1 year extra to do projects. As I work on my work then on malaria patients for UBTH. As I do them, now from there they give me everything where I need. The only thing I use my money for now for typing. But now anything you want to do, you can't go tell parents. So say, well, I join the money now. 1,000 and 2,000. Everything we want to use for school, they inside school fees. But now, no facilities for universities. VC of cut in hand, come out, can't give you. HO of go bring water, give you. Because none of these things, they don't supply none of these things. Even they build when they build. Before you enter inside, the crack go full everywhere. Corruption everywhere. Now lecturers, they build structures. Not the lecturers. But they tell them, say, for this students to notebook well. They'll get better chair, they'll get better class, they'll get light. But even this is not called day. Because they will not get bad mat. Otherwise, under the tree will teach them. Teach them under the tree, you will not book, you know. So, but we will not get that kind of hat. We believe, say, these children will learn better things. Because Nigeria are not broke like that. If Nigeria are broke, they go China and go borrow money. But to train children, that will be the easiest thing. If they help your citizens for Nigeria. To go school, they can't talk to another big thing like that. It's not supposed to be. School's supposed to be free for everybody. Like Edo State now. Primary, secondary, not free. Edo State, not free. What God will do. So none of you go to school now, now you know. But the way Nigerian government they do it, they're here. Because a lot of wrong people, they there. Because a lot of them, when they create this program, so they get challenges with their qualifications. When they say so not go primary school, they say they go. So not go secondary school, they say they go. So go university, they say they not go. So those people don't get better qualification. Now they create problem. That on one side. On the other hand, those who don't benefit from Nigerian government, we don't use scholarship, they go abroad. They not suffer one day. Now those people they come back now, like Minister of Labor. Now Poland or so now go school. Now that's scholarship. So say you write jam for Nigeria, if you know as education be. You say right jam because God don't pursue TME for no as education be.
Oh well, that's a good for this program. Okay, now just one word, just a word of advice to government. Because right now, the destiny of our children is there at stake. Advise government.
My advice for government now, they need to put their house in order. Because even their children, when they send, go abroad, go school. If they not take care of the ones where they those children where they send abroad, they put them at risk. Because the time we come, the ones where they attack those ones where go school abroad. They'll see them like, no, not be our enemy, no, not deprive us of everything. So they are building a very dangerous weapon with this strike.
Yeah, just advise government to anything about
said just now from Edo
yes.
Central.
Yes.
You understand? So this thing, even if they pay lecturers, government now, it will continue. You see that bill when said just rules, I believe they're supposed to blow them off. So my advice to the government first is to pay the lecturers. Then secondly, both in every platform, that bill, Sergio should be encouraged to bring that bill back. That's my advice.
Frank, just 1 minute, your time now.
Hey, government.
Who will tell Sergio to bring the bill?
Go bring them. Because to tell you that to vote, I've done for things.
Okay.
So make government make education come back to normal state. Finish.
I can't say you're so good, say the honorable that you be there. Say me, you don't leave her. Me, you try bring her out so that at the end of the day, everybody go enjoy. That's what we wrap the program today. God bless Nigeria.